What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the stream.
Flexibility and
Finally
versatility. And
getting
I'm
around
going to
to
tell you
watching
about
Hoops Summit. I caught
this young man, quite the
like,
role, is and
but I'm very excited because I've pretty much everyone was saying this is like an insanely good game. Um, so I mean, I was gonna watch it anyway, so I'm like, I might as well live stream it and see if anyone else is around. But I'm just gonna post this real quick. Hope everyone's having a good night. Last day of the NBA season, which is very cool. Excited. I am excited for the postseason. Quite excited. Hoop Summit. Appreciate the shout out. Cool. All right, time to start watching this game. But yeah, I heard lots of good things about this game, just from like a quality and obviously talent perspective. But definitely excited is Yesufu. He's so quick. Leaving Boozer in the dust. I'm gonna pull up these Hoop Summit rosters just so I got. Or is there box score somewhere? Actually, that would be nice. If there was a box score somewhere. Is there a box score? Oh, final box score. There we go. Okay. Yo, what's it going, Bose? Debansa versus. I pretty much know nothing about SAR, right? About Dame SAR, I think. But I am curious to learn more about him. Mikel. Alozi. That's Markovic. Good pop. Yeah, I mean, just from like a pure talent standpoint, it does not seem like this should be a close game. But obviously, I know it's overtime. Immense AJ Boozer. Very sad that Darren is not in this game. If Darren was on the USA team, it probably wouldn't have been as close of a game as it was. Great pass by Boozer. Oh my goodness, beautiful pass. Boozer's such a freaking good passer, man. Very curious. Yesufu is the name I know. It's popped a lot, and definitely playing a ton more on the perimeter than he did in the past, where he was mostly like a center, pretty much, or a big four. Good pass by Mikel. Good pass right there. Yeah, they're going to be super physical. The All-Star games have been really good. The McDonald's the McDonald's All-American game was quite good as well, and good drive by Sar right there. Really good job, like wedging Immense away with his arm. Great finish through contact right there. Boozer, the moon ball. I feel like he needs to like shoot with a little less. Yeah, I know, Whoosh. I think I might have a solution that I'm probably going to be okay with, but it sucks. It's just fucking over a lot of people. Early for this draft, meaning the 2026 draft, I don't really know much about the international class for that draft, but Yesufu, just tough pull up. Yeah, very curious to see if Yesufu can actually do any stuff on the ball. Okay. It's like he's like catching a handoff here. Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna throw the ball up right there. Good block by Reeby right there. Eric Reeby. Just using his size there. Doesn't get like super high off the floor, but good job timing that up. Using his length to block that shot, grabbing the board. You should do a stream dedicated to Kareem Lopez, yeah. Dedicated to abolishing intellectual property. Yeah. I thought about, I mean, talking about the synergy stuff in like a more formal way, but I don't know. It just sucks. It all sucks how inaccessible so many like great resources are. The band's a good flip right there, but yeah, Yesufu's quick. I mean, he's got a pretty decent first step. Like, definitely get downhill. First varsity game. Damn. Did he break the backboard? That's hilarious. What a beast. Yeah, I mean, he's like definitely prolific high school score, which is always cool. You know, good to see. Never a bad thing if somebody was just a dominant player in high school. Bansa. He lost his balance a little bit there, but his first step is so crazy, so ridiculous. I'm screenshotting all that shot type data before they. Yeah, honestly, I've thought about that. Like getting a bunch of clips that I need, but I just don't know what I'm gonna need. But again, hoping I can figure out a solution, but unsure. Okay, Kian. Also, I know they listed Kian at like 6. What do they list him? I definitely don't think he's as tall as whatever they listed him at. Cam. Oh, good spin. Just too big, too quick. Yo, what's up, Lily? What's up, my guy? How's it going? Yeah. I honestly don't have a strong take on Abayev, but good space creation. Who is 10? That's Meyer, I assume. I have no idea, honestly. That I mean, I don't know. I tend to be anti-conspiracies, but you know, never be completely surprised at like shady stuff from corporations and sports gambling and such. Mikkel coming off the screen. It's way off, but yeah, they're playing. Yeah, they're definitely playing and trying right now. Good skip to the corner. Yesufu. Yeah, a lot of these shots are pretty far off for Yesufu. Omer Mayer. Yeah, I've never heard of him. Tuned A's to Anthony Edwards as Milos Teodosic is to Jason Kidd. That's actually a great analogy. I know exactly what you mean when you say that, and I think you're absolutely correct. Who do I want VJ to go to? Somewhere that's not going to try to make him a primary creator. Like Charlotte would make sense for that reason. Like I don't think Brooklyn is a place that I want him. Washington, maybe. I mean, they have. I mean, Washington doesn't have like a 1A guy on their roster yet, but obviously would be cool. I don't think VJ is that guy, but yeah, because it seems like he's gonna go pretty high. I mean, Philly would be really cool. Like he's kind of like too many guards at one point, but I think he'd be like he makes a lot of sense with McCain and Maxey as like a third guard, but I don't know. Yeah, prospects do go to Charlotte to die. I mean, look, I mean, if you're good enough, like, you know, obviously LaMelo is LaMelo, and I think Miller has been promising enough, but it's just hasn't been healthy. And like Mark Williams is solid. By the way, my guy Nick Kamania, big power drive, just driving right through, driving right through. Who is that? Was that Kean? I think that was. Yeah, I think he just drove through Kean Anthony. Good bounce pass by Mayer. Good bounce pass. that Mirkovic, I think, number 8. Good pass by Caden. Good screen. Good Sinek. All right, true foul. There we go. Is this Ant clone as good as Ants? No. Do I think Reese's share is a good comp for immense? I don't think so. No, I don't. I don't think that's. I don't think that fits at all. I think Immense has way more juice on the ball, and yeah, and I mean that's the main difference, and is probably a better defensive player, at least off the ball, I think, but probably not as good of an on-ball defender as Reese's share. But yeah, I think Immense a lot better. Kamania is from my neck of the woods. Yes, he is from my city. So I do like him, but so I have to stand. But he is just a really good, fun player who I like to watch a lot. But Jang, I don't know. I think Immense is really good. Like I would shoot higher, but clear best of Darren, Cam, and AJ. I think they're all pretty similar tier. Dude, Mayer's throwing some crazy passes. Look at Jesus Christ. What a rifle. Damn. Good pass. Good tough move, but no finish though. But yeah, no, I think Darren's the best of the 3. Like, but I'd say maybe like before this season, I thought there was like a bigger tier gap. But like I'm not like, even as someone who's like, again, Kamania is just so skilled. I love this little like change of pace right here. Picks the ball up, just works through contact. He's physical as hell. 10 is, I think 10 is Omer Mayer, right? Someone said it in chat. I think it's Omer Mayer. Con or agnostic AJ Griffin. Con, but if you could give me agnostic healthy AJ Griffin, I'm taking AJ Griffin. But assuming you can't give me healthy AJ Griffin, I'm taking Con. I really do think AJ was just like a special prospect who obviously had like such a fucked and odd set of circumstances. But yeah, no, I thought AJ was, I mean, he was special in high school and he was really good at Duke too. Like, and then his first year, he was quite good as well. And then of course, just so much weird shit. But yeah, and obviously it has just been like an injury prone guy for so long. But if you could guarantee me his health and his and his atheism, then yeah, I'm pretty confident. Good closeout right there. This is a nice. This is a nice scrappy game so far. Hey, Kasparis. What's up, my shot at Kasparis? Good pass by. Are they playing zone, man? Come on, let's get out of this zone. Is that Jasper? Yeah, I feel like Jasper's jumper looks slower than I remember. I don't know. Maybe not. Shout out Malachi Moreno though. He's such a sick mover. What a finish though. Oh my god. That was insane. That was insanely good. Who is that's look at the roster. Bouillon Zhang, probably totally butchered that name. Jasper's good to me when he like plays within the flow of the offense. Like I think he can be a pretty good like complementary guard. But yeah, I mean, a lot of high school guards just like to shoot, but definitely talented. All right, I'm liking the aggression here. This is okay. There we go. I love that finish. Good aggression by Zhang. I think it's Zhang, but why wasn't Darren at this? Because he's an Adidas guy. and politics and things. I mean, Malachi Moreno also an Adidas guy, um, but definitely not as like high profile. Good drive by Caden. I think that was Caden, right? Yeah. Alozi. I feel like Alozi's been around forever, or he's just, I don't know what class Alozi is now, but I feel like Alozi's been around forever. Cam. Let's get ripped. Jang again. Okay, this dude is making plays. I'm definitely impressed. I'm definitely liking it so far. I still think Castle's a like a connecting. I don't think Castle is. I mean, I think he was pretty much kind of as I thought as an advantage creator. Like the deceleration stuff, I think he improved on, and that was like really good to watch him like decelerating and slowing down. But still, I think just again really struggled to create open looks on the ball. Um, and I don't think that's changed. And like the shooting, I think is still very questionable. He is very good though. Like I've always pretty much said, I feel like Castle's quite good. Just let's go Riza. I love Taja Riza. Probably could have hit the. Yeah, he probably should have hit the corner right there. AJ aesthetically gives me Andrew Wiggins. Interesting. Maybe. I feel like AJ's just like a lot bigger, right? A little hammer play or not hammerish. All right, Jasper with the switch. Good pass. His like live dribble stuff is good. A cuff for 3. Kasparis, Yakachonis, beast mode. Sar. I'm liking these Sar drives. Like not super explosive, but pretty bendy. Um, has a nice like elasticity to him, like slithering through gaps and staying on balance. I'm definitely liking what I'm seeing from Sar and then in the limited stuff he's done. Another steal by Alozi. His defense has always been really impressive. Yeah, Caden Lewis is super fun. I wonder where he's gonna go now that he decommitted from Kentucky. My guess would be UConn. I'm not falling for what's it PRA games. I don't know what you're talking. I don't know what you mean by that. Caden is a very talented passer. I mean, I think Darren's probably better, but he's definitely. But yeah, I would guess a Caden goes to. I would guess. Oh, points, rebounds, assists. Yeah, I mean, like I just don't value box score nearly as much as some people. I mean, that's fine. People can value, whatever they want, but like, um, is yeah, I guess Alozi is a little older, right? I don't know exactly how old he is, but I think most people like benefit from. Yeah, I think Peterson's that good of a passer. I think so. Yeah, I mean his vision on the move, like the way that he can pass and like handle through pressure. I think he's like that level of passer. Yeah. Honestly, Boozer I think is too, but just in a very different way. But yeah, outside of them, there's not like so many. Caden, I mean, Caden's up there. Kingston Flemings is definitely up there. I think Flemings has a case. Kamania is probably up there. Markovich, nice lay. This USA team kind of stagnating. Yeah. Bounce right there. Ariza versus Boozer. This is an NBA matchup. Yeah, Ariza definitely playing fast out there. Do I think there's a gap between Jokic and the second best player in the world? I mean, I think Shea is the best player in the world right now. So, no. I would say there is no gap, or there's a very little gap. Do I like Harwell? Yes, I like Harwell. Yeah, yeah, I do. He's like very. I think the fact that he's like gotten a lot stronger and more explosive over the last year, it seems like, has helped him a lot because he is a good shooter. He can handle a little bit, like very, very like explosive and like powerful on defense too. So I like Harwell. Yeah, I'm a fan of him. 2018 Harden or man, 2018 Harden or 25 Shea is a tough question. I think my gut probably says Harden. Harden was just like next level offensive engine. Yeah, I'd probably take. And I feel like I recall him not being that horrible on defense that year. Man, yeah, I don't know. I think Shea is the best advantage creator in the league. He's probably the best scorer in the league at this point. His defense is excellent. I think Shea and Jokic are like 1A, 1B, and you can make a case for either. Like, I don't think there's a significant gap at all. Like, I just think Shea is better right now because Jokic is playing some of his worst ball in defense, and I think that matters. Like, but yeah, Harden. Yeah, I'd probably go Harden. I really like Wooly, and I really like Wooly. I was really impressed with him this year, and I think Mikal and him are going to work a lot because I think they're both like good off-ball players. Wooly's probably better and more natural of like a closeout attacker, but with Mikal's passing and shooting, I'm sure he can get there. So I like that fit, and I think like is Conwell an off-ball guy? I don't know much about him. I think McNeely makes sense. Do Did I like Trier? I was never particularly fond of Trier. Small, like scoring guard who doesn't bring much else is generally not an archetype I'm gonna be super into. Yeah, I barely watched any Xavier this year, so yeah, it's been a good game so far. Harrelson, Debansa. I'm so bummed that Chris Dunn is like by some bullshit technicality like not eligible for all defense. That sucks because he deserves it. He was on my all defense team until I realized he wasn't going to be eligible. Like he is. Plus, I'm for Clayton to Trier. I think Clayton is way better than Trier. I don't think that's fair at all. I think Trier was just like a pure shot maker, where Clayton is like a legit elite on and off ball shooter and a better passer and defender. Debansa is a gigantic person. I stood next to Debansa earlier this high school season when he was playing in my area. And I'm like a pretty tall person. I'm like 6'1", 6'2", and he just like I was up to like his chest. It was crazy. He is a gigantic human being. Um, favorite favorite college teams to watch last season? Definitely Florida and Duke. Um, Illinois were frustrating but fun from like a prospect perspective. Same with Rutgers, obviously. What other teams? I don't really watch college basketball outside of prospects. Like I'm not a college basketball guy. Like I just yeah, it's like I obviously catch plenty of it, but I'm usually think like watching from like a prospect lens rather than like a team analysis lens. What are the teams that I like watching this year? It's a good question. because I'm thinking of a lot of like a lot of the teams that had good prospects. Like Oklahoma was a miserable watch. South Carolina, Kentucky. I loved watching Kentucky this year. I love Mark Pope's offense. I love his weird roster of funky, smart, skilled, athletic players. Like he had a really fun group. Um, and I love this next Kentucky team too, with Quains and Cam Williams, especially those two guys. I'm really big on. Um, and then they obviously have Moreno and right, they have Jalen Lowe because that's why, or at least I assume that's why. I mean, I don't know, but I would guess that's why Lewis decommitted. Which players had exceptionally good ball handling, Dev? I mean, it's so few. Like Paul George is like the one that everyone talks about. I think there's plenty of players who have gone from like bad to fine enough handle for. Like I think both Tatum and Brown took pretty big handling leaps in their careers. Who else has improved their handle a good bit? It's definitely not like an easy. I was gonna say I think handle's definitely like an important skill to me, just because it's not that easy to improve, especially because like a lot of it is tied to like athleticism. But like Anthony Edwards had a horrific handle um, in college. Ant still doesn't have like an elite handle in the NBA, but it's a lot better. It's functional, right? It lets him do it. It lets him get to his spot. But he was like in college, Ant would just like dribble off of his foot when nobody was near him. Like he could not dribble. I think Halliburton's another guy who could not dribble at all. Yes, Beal is a good example. How am I gonna watch prospect tape now with that synergy? I may have a plug. I may have a solution. I'm not positive about that. I'll know tomorrow if my solution is going to work. If not, I don't know. I'll figure it out. Probably scraping YouTube. Probably just do more NBA stuff. Honestly, in that case. So I mean, I'm going to anyways with the playoffs coming up. But I don't know. I'm hoping I can work something out and figure out a source. But I don't know. I feel like this has happened in the past and I still made it out the other side. So I'm choosing to keep optimism because why not? Why not, right? Am I a coder? No, I'm not a coder. I did a little bit of R in college for like a thesis, but that's like the extent of my coding knowledge is like basic R ggplot stuff. Force Cachegito force to work overtime. I have access because I am lucky and I know people. And I think that's how most people have access, honestly. I went to Mizzou. I went to University of Missouri and I did journalism there for a couple of years and then I dropped out because I hated it. And I switched to psychology and I got a psychology degree and now I'm not using it and working in sports again. So, but yeah, I've been doing this for a long time. Yes, a good jumper. Working a Python program that scrapes cache prospect cutups. That's sick. What are you like doing with that? Or like what is your goal for that? Um, what are the chances that Flag goes back to Duke? Probably the same chance that I end up marrying Sydney Sweeney. So 0. Flag is not going back to Duke. It's not going to happen. I still tutor a little bit, but I'm very fortunate that I'm getting close to basketball writing stuff being my full-time work, which is insane and something I never thought would really happen. But again, putting good energy out into the universe. Good pass by Taj right there. Good block by Ament. Whew. But I still tutor a little bit. When you insert a name and it outputs clips from the um that would be insane. That would be incredible. I mean, yeah, I mean it's good. I mean, I was gonna say that's just such a good resource. Like, who could shot by Ariza? Yeah, that's just such an invaluable resource. Um, but yeah, flag is not going to return. If he did, I would be like not as shocked. I was gonna say definitely not as shocked as the Luka trade, but probably like the second most shocking thing of my basketball life. You know, was that Ariza and Zhang doubling up? Both Zhang and I'm really impressed by Zhang. Please do hit me up when you're. I would really appreciate that. Yeah, that Duke team would be godly. That would be a godly team. Just for fun, they should get flag to come back, and they should get a mint. Speaking of, oh, no, it's Boozer. Boozer's so good, man. Stop. Uh, it's time. Swish theory and no ceilings duke it out. Hydrogen bomb versus coughing baby, I fear. Um, do I have a stance on Darren Harris? I liked him in high school. I thought he was a pretty interesting, just like all around shot making combo with like enough physical tools. I didn't have a strong stance in. But yeah, no. Shout out all my guys at Swish Theory. I'm probably gonna have at least one or two pieces for Swish Theory this cycle. But yeah, I mean, I kind of just like I don't consider. I mean, I guessed for them more than anything. I feel like, but love those guys. Found a couple new video coordinator mixes, transfer tape. Yeah, I think what's really gonna happen is it's gonna suck, but the community will figure out a way as they always do. Um, even if it's not optimal, right? And who knows? Like a lot can happen. Great pass by Ament. He's such a sick passer. Like good vision. I think he uses his height pretty well as a passer. Um, just a damn good, just one of my favorite players. I really have no idea where he's going to go. My guess would have been Kentucky before the portal, but after the portal, I'm less certain of it being Kentucky. Like I feel like it's so hard to parse this stuff out after the portal. Like Louisville makes sense, right? But Boozer's hands are so good. Ariza? Caden? Oh my god, Ariza. Oh my goodness. I meant advantage creation iffy. Yeah, I get it. I buy his handle and his like fluidity enough. Like it's not great, but especially the fact that he can shoot off movement is like a thing that moves me a lot with like these tall wings. And I do think his handle is really really good, and he's like really fluid and flexible. So I think there's like a decent foundation for athletic development, but it's obviously a projection, um, as are most things with high school players. Okay, Yesufu. Okay, yeah, nice shot making from Yesufu in this one. I mean, if he's making shots like this, maybe a chance to play on the wing. I'm still kind of skeptical, but definitely the physical tools. Ooh, Boozer. Just yeah, too big, too strong. Good D by Brown. There we go. Yesufu. Mikel. Good pass. Mikel's passing was unreal in the McDonald's game. To Bansa. Oh, I think that went in. Reeve. Yeah, I like Reeve. I just think he just lacks like the athletic gear to really hang with like the best high school guys, especially in it really is stupid how much Yesufu like looks like and like has the Anthony Edwards movements, like the same drift on the jumper. It is really funny. Yeah, I like Reeve. Saw him in person a couple times last summer with Puma. Just like yeah, I think lacks like the high end athletic gear, but he's very skilled, very smart. Like I do think he's good, and he's pretty big. I think he's probably like legit 6'11", 7 feet tall, right? Or maybe like six, maybe more like seven. I don't know. I think he's pretty tall. Yeah, the ant armband. He's shoot. Who's the Nebraska quarterback who cosplays Mahomes? Oh, Dylan Rayola, right? Yeah, Dylan Rayola. He's the Dylan Rayola of Anthony Edwards. I don't know. Yeah, Reeve makes sense as a Hurley big. Yeah, Yesufu in AAU was basically a center a lot of the time for his team, like at least on offense, and if not, just like a power wing pretty much, who just kind of drove and slashed and was able to win at this level with like really incredible athletic tools, which is true, but obviously some questions there for like scaling up at the wing, but he definitely has the athletic tools to, you know, make you, understand the appeal. Good block by Mark, good deflection by Markovic. But yeah, Yesufu's defense is also so good. Like honestly, I feel like I haven't noticed him a ton on defense this game, but he was godly on defense in the McDonald's All-American game. I think he had like 7 stocks in that game or something crazy. Year 5, and he already has clones. I'm really excited for the Lakers Wolves playoff series. I think that's going to be the best series of the first round. I think that's gonna be so good. I definitely got to go back and rewatch some of the old Lakers Wolves and the most recent Lakers Wolves games. But good pass. I like some of. Hasn't been a ton of activity, but I've liked a lot of the Markovic stuff that just basic playmaking, shooting off the catch. Boozer Moonball. Every time I see a guy like Boozer with a crazy high arcing jumper, I think of Siku Dumbuya. If anyone remembers Siku, he had the highest arcing jumper I've ever seen. Sekou Doumbouya. Closest gentleman sweep since the Mavs. No, I think it's gonna go 6 or 7. Thoughts on Sar? I don't. I think I was saying this a little earlier. I don't know a ton about Sar. Like I've seen him maybe once, and it seems like I saw like an intriguing-ish wing prospect, but I don't really have an opinion on him. International guys are usually my blind spot. Yeah, very not the tightest handle. Kostic sounds familiar. I'm gonna guess he's Serbian. Also, this Ariza finished so Ariza is so nasty. I love watching him play. Good pass by Mayer. Good D by Cenac. I like Cenac's intensity on defense so far in this one. Really enjoying his motor on that end so far. I mean, a lot of these guys are really, really fighting on defense. Like Whew. Look at Mikel. Great touch right there on the leaner. That's a very tough shot, though. Yeah, 26 draft. I mean, I think at the moment it's looking like. I mean, look, how the hell are we gonna know what the 2030 draft's gonna look like? Houston's gonna be great next season with Cenac and Harwell. Not even mentioning their best prospect, Kingston Flemings, IMHO. But yes, I agree. They're gonna be awesome. I'm very excited to see Kelvin with like legit blue chip high school talent. Or at least supposed. Well, maybe not blue chip. I feel like that's maybe a little rich, but very good high school talent that he doesn't usually have. I mean, he had Jarris, I guess. Jarris was great. But skill or luck, I feel like I lean skill on those like scoop finishes. There's obviously like a luck element involved, but as somebody who personally like takes and makes a lot of like underhanded finishes in the lane, I do think you can like very much practice and get good at hitting shots from those angles, even though it's always a little bit of luck. Yes, Debansa is a superstar foul drawer. That is absolutely true. And he has a superstar whistle, which is hilarious. He's a crazy foul drawer. The like the rip throughs, like he is just looking for hands and trying to. There we go. I mean, I don't even know if he was necessarily even trying there, but yeah, AJ is a superstar foul drawer. That's absolutely true. He's nasty at that. Ariza, definitely not. Oh wait, no. AJ poked it out there. Go. Definitely curious to see how I can see Tugler going. Yeah, I guess that's probably. I don't know. I guess I feel like most of these guys who could be like early second round picks are probably just look at Boozer getting back. That's like 2 or 3 sick transition blocks in this game. Yeah, but I would guess a good deflection by a good dig by Alozi. Do we like Debansa over Peterson? I don't, but I certainly understand the case for it. I don't think that's crazy at all. I used to be like a Debansa 3 truther where I'm like Boozer and Peterson are a tier ahead of Debansa, but I have just like kind of been moved by Debansa's advantage creation and don't want to overthink like the ridiculously special like athlete he is on the wing. So like even though he's not my flavor, just because I don't think the feel is nearly in the realm of a Peterson or a Boozer. His like advantage creation and like downhill scoring and obviously the shooting stuff is just truly special for his side. I believe Boogie already declared for the draft and like is staying in. I'm pretty sure Boogie already like cemented himself into the draft, which I'm unsure about that decision. I probably would have yeah, I probably would I would say staying. But I guess he'd probably have to transfer just because Malik Thomas and Acuff are going to be at Arkansas next year. Ooh, I like Sar. He's got a nice, like, again, very long strides. I like how low he gets. I wish he could turn this corner and go middle right here, but he gets bumped off the spot. I mean, Caden's really strong, and that makes sense. Ooh, beautiful touch finish right there. No aesthetics. Yeah, I assume Flan's just thing. Like I said, if I would kind of I just don't know about the I mean Flan's probably going to be cooking in the G League next year, but I just don't know how conducive that is for, oh, what a pass by Bansa. Beautiful read right there. Definitely think Debansa improved as a passer this year, which is part of what makes me comfortable having him in like the bona fide top tier, just because I do think he has made substantial improvements as like a live dribble processor, even if it's still not as good as I'd hope sometimes. But Boozer, there we go. Again, the hilarious moonball. I do still think Boozer has like a really good shooting projection. Like free throw, great. Long twos, great. 3-point volume has been increasing. He's been like an off dribble shooter at times. He's playing an inverted shot. Yeah. Just all 0 shots at the basket. I mean, I think Boogie's a better prospect than JD Davison was, at least. I guess that's something. I take Boogie over Davison pre-draft. At least Boogie has like real special ball control, and like he's a pretty damn good shot maker. Yeah, McKennie's solid. I don't mind him at all. Just like a very solid, sturdy wing. Like he's just gonna make kind of like he's gonna take tough shots, but he's athletic. He's a good on ball defender. His defense is usually what stands out most to me. Kean. Pretty quiet Kean game. Good steal by the Bansa. Yeah, just great instincts and recognition here. Like that was not his man. He just read that. He's gonna throw it down in transition. He is a ridiculous athlete. I love him. He's so fun to watch sometimes. When he's on, it's like very few guys like him. Very much wish he played at a different school this year, though. Boozer. I think he just whiffed that one. Damn. Unfort. Yeah. Fland, I mean, like, I really like him personally, but his like driving and interior scoring is too worrisome for me. Like historically bad guard rim finisher and doesn't get to the rim pretty much ever either. And he's like a very good shooter, but I don't think Flan's like an elite, like top tier shooting prospect. And maybe if he was, I think I'd be more open, but I do really like him and I would love for him to succeed because I always fall for like sick advantage creating, handling small guards, and I wish the NBA was more friendly towards that archetype. Yeah, I definitely get Fland at fringe first. I think I have him like early second, so that makes sense. I mean, that's the range. I agree with 30 to 40 range for Fland. I think that makes sense for him. Thoughts on Jasper? I like him as like a off combo guard. I think he makes a lot of sense in Mark Pope's offense, is what I'll say. Because I think he's really good coming off of like handoffs and pin downs and like shooting and driving off the catch. And I don't think they're gonna ask him to do a ton of primary creation, especially since Jalen Lowe is there now. So I like Jasper. I think the fit's good. I'd probably guess he's like a 2 and done rather than like a 1 and done, but Harrelson. I don't think Harrelson's done much of anything in this game, right? I don't know, maybe. Good tip in by Acuff. Okay, good burst there. I guess also Kamani is just kind of stiff. But yeah, good burst, accelerates. Great block by my guy Malachi Moreno, though. One of the most underrated. I mean, like it's hard to call him one of the most underrated guys in the class when he's also that's a great, yeah, when he's like a McDonald's All American and Hoops Summit guy, but still underrated to me. Ooh, Debansa. Shabazz Muhammad. I love man. I mean the first draft that I actually like scouted and like watched tape for was 2019. with a little bit of 2018. But I remember thinking, like when I was just like a kid watching basketball and following the draft, I thought Shabazz Muhammad was going to be a bucket. Like, oh my god, I thought he was going to be a problem in the league. Oh no, Sar, no. Yeah, you got to dive on the floor after you blow a dunk. You have to. Good deflection by Reedy. A cuff. Ooh, good pass. A cuff very skilled. I wish been a little lower, but good pass there. Oh man, Shabazz was really him. And then I don't think he did much. I mean, I don't really remember him in UCLA, honestly. That would be a fun one to go back and watch. The Shabazz Muhammad tape. A cuff. Good D by Yesufu. I mean, Yesufu is so crazy on defense. Shabazz being as good as OKC Harden. That's so true. So true. Is Yegor good at defense? Not really at this moment. Like he's got pretty good instincts. Like he can get steals and some blocks, just kind of like picking passes off and being in the right place at the right time. And he is big, but like the strength is a big issue. And I just don't think he has like the frame or physicality. But I mean, he could definitely improve. He's tall and smart, and could always add strength. He is a very young player. I love those. I love those Gordon Hayward Butler teams. I loved the if anyone remembers Rodney Clark, he was a cold Butler guard. Was he? I swear he was Butler. Yeah, he definitely was Butler. Or yeah, his last year was Butler, but Rodney Clark was cold as hell. They use Demon and drop. Hey, if you're tall, you're gonna play drop every once in a while. Teams put everyone in ball screens these days. I think like it's definitely not necessary, but it's good for everyone to learn a little pick and roll defense because of how many guard screens are in offenses these days. Shelvin Mack goat. How is this game going to go to overtime? I mean, I know this game goes to overtime because I watched the end of it. Great pass by Mayer again. Debansa. Oh my goodness, Olozi. Very impressive defensive performance by Olozi. Oh. That is just, yeah. Handle is a cuff. Mikkel is a really good like live dribble trigger, like the way he's able to just launch it off the dribble. Ooh, nice. Like I said, I know what happens in this game, but I'm just fascinated to watch it unfold. I am very excited. Yeah, I saw that tweet. Roberto. That was it. I'm so upset about that. I'm so upset about that. I'm hyped for the WNBA draft tomorrow. I considered doing a live for the WNBA draft, but I might. But I'm gonna have to do some writing work and some prep stuff during it. So I don't know. Maybe I will, but I am excited for the WNBA draft tomorrow. There's nothing like a draft, and good, yeah. There's the Yesufu shot making. It definitely is funny how like the ant similarities. Yeah, I guess Team World just gonna get a lot of wide open misses from USA. come to Portland next year for it. I would love to. If I can get someone to fly me out and credential me, I would be happy to go to Portland. It does seem like a really cool event too. Like it, and Moda Center's awesome. I went to two Blazers games this year, and the arena. I really enjoyed the arena both times. A cuff. Oh, that's a little. That's a sharp right there. Yeah, being at this game would have been really cool. Behind the back by Lucy. Oh, yep. 15-0 run. I feel like USA's gotten some good shots. I mean, there's just been like turnovers and stuff, but I do feel like they've gotten some open looks. They're just not converting. And that, oh wow, tough floater by Acuff. They certainly needed that one. Certainly needed that one. Sar board. Oh, yeah, probably. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I guess he landed, but like, I can't believe AJ got to that ball. So that's really impressive just in itself, honestly. Even if the play wasn't as effective as it could be, but yeah, I mean, pretty wide open corner three, Boozer buckets. Yeah, Sar did. I've liked Sar in this. I mean, I can't imagine he has a good box score. I'll look right now. Okay, it was actually fine. Like, it was actually fine, but okay, he did a good. Yeah, I like Sar. Who's the worst NBA player I'd trade Reese's share for? Worse. I don't know. I'd probably trade Reese's share. I mean, I guess just like independent of team context, right? Just like in a vacuum, I'd probably trade him for Reeves, I guess. That's one that comes to mind. I'd trade him for Austin Reeves, probably. But obviously Reeves is really good, so that's not like, I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, like I'd obviously play him in like some. I have been playing in. I play in Lucas, which I really like. I've been Yesufu clutching up on defense. Yeah, I play in Lucas. I really like them. Traction is good. Ankle sport's been fine for me, but I need new ones because I've worn them into the ground, and I need more. And I need better traction next season. Okay, I'm excited to see how this game ends. All right, they foul Boozer. All right, Boozer makes the first. And he. Oh, is that a. Ooh, is that interference? Ah, probably not. But anyways, Yesufu. Oh, I think I saw this clip. Just going coast to coast. Yeah, I mean he's just out. That is horrific defense. Are Lucas good for wide feet? I feel like my feet are like normal enough. I don't know. How good am I at basketball? I'm all right. I mean, I played in high school. Like I play pretty regularly. Like I'm tall. I'm slow, but I'm a really good passer. I can handle for my size. I'm a streaky shooter, but I'm a great like floater touch finisher. Um I played point guard for my rec league team this season, which I am not a point guard. Definitely not a point guard. But yeah, Markovich, he's used those Euro rules, but I had a couple big scoring games, but I'd say I'm a pass first player. Yes, if we can. A couple guys make the NFL transition. Yeah, I think so. I do buy that there's like more of a role for like, I don't know, Russell Westbrook as like a gadgety receiver. Cause like truly, like Westbrook or equivalent god tier athlete is like you can get him the ball on jet sweeps, or just screens or designer stuff. But I don't think um I've been compared to Kyle Anderson a good amount by people. Olympic lifts. But yeah, I definitely don't think like like what the hell is Miles Garrett going to do on an NBA floor? It's like he's going to have to touch the ball at some point. And like the thing is, like in the NBA, you have to play defense. It's like I'm not. It's like if Anthony Edwards is going to run gadget plays, like he's not going to play defense too. But point guard. Yes, I know what you're talking about, Sam. I saw that guy. I don't know. I don't know his name, but I did see what you're. Yeah, I agree that not many NFL players could be D1 contributors. I mean, some definitely could, but again, like I feel like at the college level, um, I think Westbrook at his peak was pretty high feel. Honestly, I don't necessarily agree with that. Especially, I mean, on both ends. I think like I don't think like awareness and IQ and are necessarily equal to feel, but that's obviously just like a subjective ish topic. I mean, great passer and have low feel basketball IQ. I mean, there are definitely players who like have the ability to pass the ball. Like the main example I always think of as like incredibly skilled passer who like I don't think is a good decision maker or like isn't always high field to me is like D'Lo. Um, and part of D'Lo's problem is his inability and unwillingness to like get to the rim, but especially earlier in his career, like unbelievably skilled live dribble passer with like anticipation and timing and super accurate, but just like did not make good decisions with the ball. Pretty much ever. Outside of like a couple seasons, but yeah, that's an example. I mean, it's obviously not common. I think it usually goes hand in hand. I don't think feel is always with like feel is always with like passing too, because like I think of like Chris. I mean, like I think of Chris Middleton as one of the like highest field guys in the league always, but he's not like an elite passer. He's a very good passer for his position, but I don't think anyone really considers him elite. But just like his feel for space and scoring. Um, does age or years of basketball played matter more? It's a good question. I think like again, like a 21-year-old who's never played basketball before. Yeah, Chris is a good passer, but like he's not an elite passer. I don't think he's like a top tier passer, but I do think his feel is top tier. Yeah, I mean, I generally think age is like more important than basketball experience. I mean, it depends. Like, there's definitely like either extreme, or it's like a younger guy who's like been training since he was 2 years old or whatever, and like an older guy hasn't played much, but definitely most. Teodosic is such an awesome passer. Facu Campazzo. But yeah, this was a good game. This was a good game. Who was good in that game? AJ and Boozer were both awesome for sure. Acuff was pretty good. I think he scored efficiently. I mean, defense was rough. He scored efficiently, has nice passes. Kamania I thought was pretty good. McKenny was solid. Moreno in his minutes. Yesufu obviously had a big game. Sar, Mayer, Zhang, and Ariza were impressive too. All right, it's getting late. Unless anyone has any more questions, I think I'm going to end the stream. But thanks for popping on, everyone. I will probably be back streaming at some point. But hope everyone has a good night. As always, Bradensmith and Bradens. Appreciate y'all. As you know, like, subscribe, comment on the videos. As always, really helps a lot. All just helping the algorithm or whatever. I think doing these helps the algorithm as well. At least I hope so. But I do enjoy doing them, obviously, regardless. But all right. Hope everyone has a good night or whatever their time zone is.